Hi, this is Jody from MCP Actions. Thank you for purchasing the Magic Skin Actions. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use them. The first thing you will want to do is make sure that they are installed in your Actions palette. So go ahead and install them based on the instructions on my video on my blog or the instructions in the included PDF that came with your Actions. Then go ahead, once they are installed, make sure your Layers palette is up by going under your Windows, Layers, and of course your Actions palette as well. We're going to go ahead today, find your actions in your Actions palette, and make sure you've got the correct version for either CS2, 3, or for 7 and CS. And you're going to go ahead and pull up your picture. We're going to go ahead and start with this one. And then you're going to figure out which action you want to run. Magic Skin is going to have a little bit more of a glow. Magic Foundation is going to be a little bit dewier, like a dewy look like foundation gives. And the Magic Powder is more of a matte finish. Since he's a guy and I don't really want him glowing so much, I would like to start with the Magic Powder. I'm just going to go ahead and click play. And for now, I'm going to ignore the messages that pop up, but when you use this, you'll want to probably go ahead and read those. What you're going to do here, what it told you to do, is go ahead and click on the skin. It says cheek, but you can click on the cheek or you can click on the forehead. And if your face and skin areas in your photo don't look like pretty much covered white, you're going to go ahead and click the plus dropper and give it a second click. And you may want to even give it a third click. If you click too much, you can always hit the minus dropper and hit back on an area that you didn't mean to click. Once you're done, click OK. This action will take a moment to run. It's a little slower than some of the others in the running process. So it's finishing up running and it's done. And now it's just going to tell you to adjust the opacity to taste. And he is a guy, but he did have a lot of acne, and you can see this pretty much got it. You could, of course, go up in the opacity as well, but I think that starts to look too powdery. So we're going to keep it at the default. If you notice any acne that didn't get fixed by doing this, and you could do this before running the action or after, we can go back down to the background layer and hit Control or Command J on your keyboard, which will duplicate your background layer. That way we're not working on your background. And you can use the patch tool, which is right here. And I do cover the patch tool in a video tutorial on my blog, but I'm going to quickly show you. I see one little piece of acne right here. You want to make sure in the patch tool that you're selecting source. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the skin, move it to an area of good skin. I don't see too many other areas it didn't get. Maybe right down here at the chin. We could go ahead and move that to the cheek area. And there you see, we've gone from this to this in a couple clicks of the button. Go ahead and we're going to select one more photo to show you this on. This one, let's go ahead and there's two things we're going to do. One is we're going to run Skin Cast Blast. This picture looks very orange to me, almost orange or red. So we're going to go ahead and click play on that. It's going to run through and you'll see it's a collapsed box. So you're going to open that up. And all you do is click on the layer that you want to get rid of. So it's either Bye Bye Lobster, Bye Bye Pumpkin. So you're going to click on the little layer and click on eyeball. And you'll see how that just totally magically lifted the red away. The red and the orange are pretty similar, the pumpkin and lobster. So you'll want to play and see which one targets better. To me, the pumpkin actually did on this one. If you have yellow, you'll want to click on Bye Bye Mellow Yellow. If you have too much green in your photo, Bye Bye Shrek. Blue, Bye Bye Blueberry. So that covers the 5 different areas here. Now, if we looked at this photo and we decided we wanted to bring a little warmth back in, it took too much away, we can then go ahead with the opacity and slide it to taste. So we know she's outside and she should have a little bit of orange tone. So I'm going to go ahead and put this around 78%. We can collapse that layer and then go ahead and pick another action to run. So let's go ahead and try Magic Skin this time. It'll give her skin a little bit of a glow as well. So we're going to go ahead and again click the plus and we'll tap on her cheek as well. Right there. It will go ahead and run. And while it's running, I'm going to tell you one more thing. If you have someone with blonde hair, sometimes it will grab the hair a little bit when you're clicking. And what you're going to want to do at the end is you would mask that out. And I'll go ahead and kind of show you in a moment what you would do. Okay, so it's done running. You can see how beautifully that cleared up her skin. That's the before with the skin, Magic Skin, and that's after Magic Skin. It really got everything. There's not much we need to do. If you've got blonde hair or light eyelashes and it heads into the eye area at all, what you want to do is use your brush tool and make sure black is your foreground color here with a soft edge airbrush, which you'll know it's soft edge if you go in here and it says airbrush soft round. You want to go ahead, and you only need to do this if it's affected the eyes or anywhere else on this, like hair, and you would just quickly rub over the eyes or on the hair if it affected the hair at all. And you can see on my mask it's kind of painting on there now. I don't really think it did affect it in this photo, but in case you get one where it does, that's all you need to do. If it affected the shine on the lips, which again it didn't here, you would just paint on those and so on. That will help get rid of any excess that was painted on. But usually, unless it's a light blonde, you're pretty safe. That's all for this lesson. Hope you learned a lot. Thank you very much. Jody from mcpactions.com. Keep checking back on my site and my blog for more tutorials.